reference assistant Stephanie, and I'm going to read to you one of my absolute favorite pumpkin books. It's The Legend of Spookly the Square Pumpkin. It's by Joe Troiano and illustrated by Susan Banta. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookly wasn't like its friends. Where they had curves, he had ends. Spookly was different. He was odd. He was rare. Spookly the pumpkin wasn't round. He was square. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookly sat there, shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge. He just sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Spookly wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is, until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather's fair. But there are times it's better to be square. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, then off they go. Bouncing left, slamming right, banging, bashing, what a sight! Spookly sat there filled with fright, but glad to be a square that night. Suddenly the fence gave way. 3 pumpkins rolled out and into the bay. Spookly knew what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he tipped, he tried, and finally flipped. He was on his side. Again he tipped, again he flopped, again he flipped, and then he stopped. Right in the gap where the fence had snapped, he blocked the way. The hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted, "Hooray!" Spookly the square pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump, and another one with a smack. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack. And a bang and a bash, and a crunch and a crash, and then it all went black. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one and laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, was wedged against the broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was brave little Spookly, sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew, of all the seeds he'd ever sown, Spooklys were the most special that he'd ever grown. And the next year, when it was time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, that morning about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds, most of them square. But some were cubes and some rectangular, some were flat and others triangular. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Now every year on Halloween, Spookly's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare. Then they pick a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. Now you know the story of how Spookly grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too, and they'll go tell someone who'll go tell another, and maybe one day we will all discover can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. Thank you for joining me today as we read one of my favorite books together, and you can check this book out from the library. If you registered for a Take and Make project for Pumpkinpalooza, inside of it you'll find all the pieces needed to make your own square pumpkin. Be sure to share it with us on Facebook because we'd love to see what you create.
Hi, I'm Melissa. Welcome to Pumpkinpalooza virtual this year. We miss you and wish you could be here. like you have been in the past. This year we are doing little make and take bags. I wanted to take a second here to show you what's in our bag. So everyone will get a color sheet. And then you'll also get some little cutouts like this to decorate the outside of your bag how you choose to. We have a little brochure in here about Palooza. We have a couple crafts in here. These are for our stuffed pumpkins, and I'll show you how to do that. So it's a little kit in that bag. There's a little kitty cat that also can be added to your craft bag, a little trick-or-treat bag. And then this is another little kit for Spookly, and he goes along with our stories that Stephanie is sharing with you. So, and then there's a couple other little small treats in there too, and we've included some color crayons as well for coloring. Just want to point out this is not candy. Careful, don't eat these. We don't want anybody to choke. Okay. So our first craft that I will be showing you how to do is our stuffed pumpkin. And inside you'll get a little sandwich bag full of the little stuffed fluffs and then the material circle. So you're just gonna kind of ball that up and you're gonna put it in the middle of your fabric. And you're gonna start to gather your fabric around it. Stuff it in there. There's also a little stick included for a stem for your pumpkin. So you're gonna put that in there too. You're gonna gather that all around, and then we also included a rubber band. So you're going to take your rubber band and put it around the whole thing, and then just keep looping it on there to tighten it up till it holds on there, and then you can play with it a little bit to get it how you like it. It's pretty simple. And then we included some raffia. And you're going to take that, and that is what you're going to use to hide the rubber band. And you're going to tie that on there. And make it into a fun little bow if you choose to. And then that kind of hides that ribbon, or that rubber band, I mean. And then that is your little stuffed pumpkin to decorate with. And then for our second craft that's included in your take and make bag, we are doing little spookly pumpkins based on the story that Stephanie shared with you. So for this one, each little kit comes with a little square cardboard, and then it also comes with a tongue depressor and some little wiggly eyes. So you're going to take out your little wiggly eyes, and first of all I would color it, and you can color it whatever color you choose. We included some color crayons too, or use some at home. And then you're going to attach your eyes, and then you'll attach your tongue depressor, and you can just glue that on the back, or you could even tape it on the back, and that can be your stem. And you can color and design spookly whatever you choose to do with them. So that's our craft ideas. We hope that you have a great day and enjoy our make and take Pumpkinpalooza bags this year. Thanks. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween from the Pumpkinpalooza team.